welcome to your workout. We're going to do a yoga workout today. So just to start out, I'll try to keep it as flowy as possible, but I know I like to count things, and I'm using this rubbery mat again. You can see it's very sticky and gathery, but I'm just going to try it out with the yoga session, and I do have my big thick mat, but I'm going to try this one too. See it, because I like to do my little review of things. So for now, we're in our hero pose. That means you're just sitting on your feet. You can either tuck your toes or you can sit on your feet. And then we're going to arch our left arm and lean our body to the right so that your hips are dipping over to the side. Get a nice little warm up stretch here. And then let's go to the other side. So now you're sitting kind of on your right hip and you're leaning to your left. And then let's switch again and stretch it out. Crack your lower back if you have to. And then switch. Okay. Then we're going to come into our child's pose. Take a quick little rest. And we're going to scoot myself back to the back of the mat. Then you're going to push yourself forward into your cobra or sphinx. Cobra pose, you're just a little bit up like this, not quite an up dog. And then you're going to push back into child's pose. If you want to go a little bit higher into your up dog, tuck your feet and lift your thighs off the mat. Put your knees down and go back into your child's pose. Scoop your body forward. You can be creative with this and squeeze your glutes together, pull your heels together, knees to the floor, come back to your child's pose. And one more time, scoop your body, press your hands into the mat, push up, dropping the shoulders, inhaling, knees back, and back into your child's pose. And we're gonna push ourselves up into an upward facing dog. Let's go into our downward facing dog. And let's do some hip circles with the right leg. So settle into your downward dog. You can walk it out a little bit. Taking the right leg up. Let's do some hip circles. 1, 2, 3, and reverse. 1, 2, 3. Taking the right leg, you're going to bring your knee to the chest a few times. Let's go ahead, bring it in for 1, and back. 2, and back. 3, and back. And 4, back. And 5. And then we're just going to set the knee down and pick it right back up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Swing that leg back. And then we're going to go into our stargazer or rock star. I feel like there are a bunch of different names for this one. So you're reaching, and then you're going to come down. Bring your arm down to the inside of your leg. Push back up for 2. Down and up for 3, and down, 4, down, and 5. Then you're going to swing your body back around and step that right foot down. Let's go ahead and flow it out. So come into your plank. Then we're going to do our chaturanga and scoop up into an upward facing dog. Push back into a downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Catch your breath. Take the left leg up and let's do our hip circles. 1, 2, 3. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3. And then that left leg goes straight up. You're gonna bring the knee to the chest. Here we go. 1 and back. 2, back. 3 and back. And 4, back. And 5. And then you're gonna set the knee down for a second and then pick it up 5 times and set it down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then come back up with your leg. Then you're gonna flip your hip. You're gonna square your hips off. And then you're gonna flip yourself over to your stargazer, rock star. We're gonna hold here for just a sec. And then come down, and up for 1, 2, and down, 3, down, 4, down, and 5. Reach, reach, reach. Flip yourself back over. Stretch that leg up to the sky, and then bring it back down. Come into your plank, chaturanga, and push up. Chaturanga Dandasana. You can rest your legs. Let's go back into our downward facing dog. Our resting child's pose. Take a break. Push yourselves up into upward facing dog again. And down into downward facing dog. We're going to step or hop to the front of the mat. And then hands to the floor. And you're going to come up halfway. Swan dive your body up. Bring the hands down. Now you're going to dive forward. Lift yourself up halfway. And then we're going to step or hop back into our plank, chaturanga dandasana, pushing up into an upward facing dog, down into a downward facing dog. Taking 5 breaths. Bend your knees. You're going to step or hop back and come halfway up. And then take your right foot back. Set your knee down. Just coming into this lunging position. Push yourself into your stretch. We're just going to pulse into the stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Untuck your foot. Come up into this lunge position, taking the right hand to the floor. If your left leg is forward, the right hand is going to go to the floor. The left hand goes up and stretch out. Let's circle the arm. 1, 2, 3. Then plant the other hand to the floor. Now we're going to do our push into this leg for a lunge and then push back into our triangle, trikonasana, and then forward. 1, well, that's number 2, and back. 3, and back. 4, and back. And 5. And set your knee down. Now let's walk the foot out and go into our lizard pose. Push on your knee a little bit. And carefully, you're going to reach back and grab that foot with your hand to stretch out your quad. Hold it. Stretching your lower back out. And carefully release. Hands back to the floor, back into our lizard pose for just a second. Pushing your leg, your back leg up, and then swing your front leg and just do a couple of kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back into your downward facing dog. We're going to jump forward and come into our forward fold. Halfway. Now we're going to step back with the left foot and do the same thing. So plant that knee and tuck the foot. And we're just going to stretch into this, move into this little lunge position, pulsing it out. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then come up, untuck the toes, plant your left hand to the floor if your right leg is forward. Turn your body into that stretch. And let's do some arm circles. 1, 2, 3. Reach back up. I'm taking this hand to the outside of the foot. So we're gonna be in our lunge, and then we're gonna go in our triangle pose. Extend your knee, extend your leg out. Come forward for 2, and back, and 3, and back, 4, and back, and 5. And then take your hand and walk your foot out again back into that lizard. I don't think we did the lizard pose. Maybe we did. Push into this leg. Catch your breath. And now take your foot into your hand. Stretch it out. They're making noises in the other room. And then bring that hand back into your lizard. Lift up the left foot off the mat. Swing your other leg back and hi Chewy, let's kick it out for a 5. It's 1, 2, hi buddy, 3, 4, and 5, hi buddy. Downward facing dog. Couple of breaths. Bending your knees. Hop to the front of your mat. Let me just check the time. We're already 12 minutes in. All right, let's do our tree balancing series. I know everybody likes these brief little yoga sessions, and I do too. Sometimes I don't get to do all the things that I want. Hold on. Let's do our balancing tree. Okay, bring it in. Balancing on one leg, putting your foot to the inside of your leg, taking your hands up. And let's try to sway that tree to one side. Just a little tilt. Focus on your drishti. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back, steady, level off. Oh no, dropping. Fix if you come out of it, and then try to stretch to the opposite side. Hold. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring the hands up, and then you could set your foot down because I was going to fall out of it. If you're focusing on your drishti point, you're staring off into something, it's a little bit easier than staring in the opposite of the camera frame there. Okay, now bring your other leg in. Into your pose, balancing, holding and breathing, inhale and exhale, taking your arms up, lean away, holding for a count of 5 breaths, and then come back to center, and then sway your tree branches to the other side. Come back, center, center, and then set it down. Good. This mat, I'm trying to get used to it. It moves where you move, but it's still cute. I mean, I like it. It's good. It's going to be good for traveling. So let's take the right leg back and let's go into our Warrior 3 Virabhadrasana. Extend the leg back. If you want to fly your arms out and then extend to the sides of your body and stare at something on the floor, we're just going to hold. Stay strong in that leg, and the leg that's standing is bent a little bit to support you. Bring your hands back. Whoa, never mind, bring them to the floor. Let's go into our half moon. I was going to do that anyway, I promise. You can open up your hips. Oh, sorry, I can't even speak. And your leg is extended and flexed. And then let's kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Roll your body forward and square it off, taking the knee to the chest and then set it down. And then walk your feet out. Roll yourself back up to standing. Let's do our same thing, Virabhadrasana 3 on the other leg. So take your leg, extend it, focus on something on the floor, slight bend in the straight leg, in the standing leg, not the straight leg, slight bend in the bent leg. And then you can open up your hands, fly them out to the sides. Stay strong, taking your hands to the floor, and then we'll roll it out into, oh, that's my lower back popping. Roll it out into your half moon, and then flexing that foot. Let's kick it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place the other hand back on the floor. Roll your hip forward, bringing the knee to the chest. Set the foot down. Carefully roll your body up. And now let's just do one more quick flow. Walk yourself to the front of your mat. Hands come up. One more time. And then fly forward into your swan dive. Forward fold. Halfway up. You can step or hop back into your downward facing dog. Come into a plank position. Bend the elbows into your Chaturanga Dandasana. And push forward into your upward facing dog. Take your knees to the floor. Push back into your child's pose. Rest it out for just a second. And carefully let yourself come up. Hands overhead, back into prayer position. And thank you so much. I'm trying to polish off my yoga class. I am going to be teaching a little bit more in person, so trying to polish off my yoga flows. Let me know what you think. If it's too fast, too slow, too much talking, not enough movement. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.